So I've done a little bit of what I was talking about before, stockinette stitch. And that's just going to give you a lovely flat texture on the front. And on the back, you're going to have these bumpy sort of pearl bumps. So, and it's quite easy once you get into it. It's just one row one way and the next row a different way. So I've started us off a little bit. I cast on and then I've done 4 rows. So all it is a knit row. So you're poking in the needle, wrapping around and wrapping around, pulling through and pushing off the left needle. Push your right needle through that hole, wrapping around and pulling through. And this is just knitting. So if you had something that says do a pattern that says do a knit row, this is what you'd be doing, just knitting. Oh, cheeky tail's getting in the way, we don't want that to. Sometimes it comes round and makes an extra loop by accident, but you don't want that. You can cut it you could probably cut it down to about 1 centimetre and that might be, actually let's do that. There we go. Push it through, wrap it round, push it off, push it through, wrap it round, push it off. Right, and the next row is a purl row, so this is a little bit different than what we've been doing so far. So you're going to hold your knitting like this, and what you need is for this needle to be under the wall. So you're going to go under there, and you've got this to just pull over, and then you'll see there's a little gap, and you're going to take that wool just through there. Okay, put that out the way. I'm going to push that through, pull that over like that, and that's a purl stitch. You're just going to push through there, wrap around, pull through, push it through, wrap around, pull it through, and push it through, wrap it around, pull it through. And you're just purling here, you're creating this nice sort of pearly texture. And push it through that hole and wrap it around. Oops. Come back. There. And then the next row is a knit row. So it's just the same one we did before. And you can see this wool, this cardtreff yarn that I'm using is a really nice DK, and it's soft, but it's just stiff enough to sort of hold onto the needles really nicely. And the fact that they're bamboo needles as well is really good, because they're just less slippy than metal. Yeah, I quite like these. But I do use metal for circular knitting. My bamboo ones seem to break for some reason. Right, we'll do purl row. I'll try and get my fingers out of the way, but you really do sort of pull your fingers to the front in this one. Yeah, you're just pushing through there, pushing through this hole. So this is the purl row, and then we do another knit row, and it's like this for as long as you like. Just knit row and then a purl row. I'll just keep doing a little bit of knitting so you can just see. Maybe you can knit along. Hopefully I'm doing it slowly enough for you to be able to do it, follow it as well. And you can see already how long that's gone. It hasn't taken us very long, has it? Now I think I'm going to do another purl row and I'll cast this off because it's just a little bit different from casting off with garter stitch. Gosh, it's a bit warm in here. I think we put the heating up when it was really frosty last week. I'll have a little break before, a little tea break before we carry on the next little bit.